Hey, K-Tronada allergic to a bad day. He put crack in this mug. Finally, I'm making the YouTube. I finally got a mic that I like. I finally got a camera that comes out clear. Make sure y'all go like, make sure y'all go subscribe, make sure y'all do all of the stuff that, you know what I'm saying, that helps push the video, that helps support me and all of that stuff. I appreciate y'all for doing that. And let's get into the video. First and foremost, I want to get this out the way and get this out the way early. I enjoy country, I enjoy all the genres, but right now I'm talking about hip hop and R&B because that's where I live, that's where I stay, that's home. I'm cozy, I'm in my snuggie, and I'm comfortable. So I titled this video why I think classic albums might be going extinct, and honestly I think we're gonna change the title from why timeless albums might be going extinct, because classic albums just take a whole different level because there's a social impact, there's a cultural impact that goes into a classic album. A timeless album, in my opinion, an album that you can go back to 20, 15 years from now with your great grandkids and your grandkids, and you play this album and you like, you don't know nothing about this, and you in your old geriatric chair with your Pampers and you looking at your great grandchild, it's probably an android by now, and you're talking to them like, this is music back when I was young, or back in my day. I think there is still plenty of classic albums out there. I think that Tyler the Creator is somebody that makes timeless music every single time he puts out an album. Anti by Rihanna, Control by SZA. I got my phone out. Ugh Those Feels Again. Isolation by Kali Uchis, 2014 Forest Hills Drive. The Pimple Butterfly. I think the Internet has two classic albums, Ego Death and Hive Mind. The Trilogy by The Weeknd. Let me shut up. But the more we grow in the internet and the more that we grow in our consumption of we get a lot of stuff in our brains, the less and less we find timeless albums. There's three reasons. One, money, which is literally the root of everything. Two, the way that we consume music. And then three, our attention spans are getting shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. It's here one day, it's here 1 week, and it's gone the next week, and people forget about it. Songs that get released every single day, every single week. If you missed it, you're not gonna really hear that album. You could be missing out on your favorite album and you don't even know about it, because that album maybe had dropped 2 weeks ago and it was so fire, but nobody told you about it. And you're probably not gonna stumble upon that album again. Maybe you hear it in a restaurant that's playing some fire music on the aux, but for the most part, you're not gonna hear that fire album unless you're on it the week of. And it's not that the album's not good. It's not that the music nowadays is bad. It's just the music now just gets washed in the flow of everything else. You really don't get time to sit with anything anymore. Go back and listen to it a week later. Go back and listen to it a month later. Go back and listen to it in the car. Music sounds different in different places. It's making me sound old as hell, but again, I'm 25. I don't think a lot of people are listening to albums all the way through, truly. Plug the CD in and you listen to the joint all the way through. Beauty of an album cut, bruh, is just album cuts are the person that sticks around, just does the intangibles, cares about you, asks if you eat every day, checks on you, make sure your mental health is okay. They just stick around and they just do everything right. I did a video on Instagram talking about like the best albums from 2000 to like 2005, and I went back and I listened to Fantasia's Free Yourself album, and I heard This Is Me, bruh. It's called Crate Digging for a reason. You listen to the whole album and you find a gem, and it touches my heart and soul, and I don't want people to miss out on that. Go and listen to albums all the way through. There's so many good songs that aren't quote unquote hits, but are such good songs and will stick with you for years. That's an album cut. Go back and I listen to the Moonchild Voyager album, and then I stumble across Think Back, and again, Think Back has stuck with me for like 5 years now. That it's not a hit, it's not Cure, or it's not The List, it's not something that's super popular, but again, it's an album cut that I play all the time. Anyways, that also plays a part in the decline of the timeless albums and why timeless albums will start going by the wayside. Talking about the money side, I don't even want to get into the money side and streaming and all of that stuff, because that's not what this video is about. But again, in order to make money, in order to go on tour, in order to do all of the other things that artists need to do to make themselves successful, they have to keep the attention on them, and that is done by dropping singles. Especially with an up-and-coming artist that doesn't have an established audience yet, now specifically more so than ever, you got to keep people's attention. And then you drop maybe like a baby EP, like all of the singles that you drop dropped and dropping into an album. Keep people listening to your music and to keep people going back and listening to what you're doing. And that's tough to do. But again, you got to keep people's attention. It takes time to put out a piece of work. And that's the tough part. Creating an album with storytelling, creating an album that's produced very well, that's mixed very well. Whole proof of concept is a whole piece of work. That takes time. Should be quality over quantity. But the people who put out a lot of stuff and it's also quality, those are the people that stick around too. Kendrick Lamar can wait years. SZA can wait 5 years to drop another project. Because again, when SZA drops, damn. Control? I was listening to Control on my senior year going to prom. Not knowing a nail nutter. I had about one girlfriend in high school. But again, I was singing that joint with my heart. Love. You didn't know I had that. You ain't know I had that. And she was dropping little singles and little hints here and there to fill in the gap. But you can wait 5 years if you drop a Control. But again, not every artist is dropping a Control. When Tyler the Creator drops an album, Tyler the Creator drops a world around it. And it's a whole different theme. It's a whole different feeling. I feel like when Tyler the Creator drops an album, it hits all 5 senses, bro. And I don't even know how you can do that with music, but he literally does. Those are the things that I think true artists want to do all the time. But again, the way that everything is set up, everything is attention based. Everybody's like, what can you do for me lately? And I think that will be the downfall of timeless albums going down the line. That's such a sad thing to hear as an artist, especially because of all the time that they put into the albums and the stuff that they create. But it's facts. And I'm not somebody that has any answers on how to change it. But again, all I can do is shine light on great music. My whole goal is to stop that. My job, what I want to do, is to continue to push the great music that's already out there so the artists can take their time to make stuff great. Put out the things that you really love, that's not forced, you know what I'm saying? I think the decline of a timeless album is just a byproduct of the times. And it's not to say that people aren't still going to make great music, because there's literally so much great music out there. And so many artists that's going to continue to make great music, and so many artists that I don't even know about, that you don't even know about, that's making music right now in their basement or making music right now in their studio that's going to drop a timeless album in the next year or so. And I'm excited to hear it. And that's the beauty of streaming, is because you can find that indie artist, or you can find that artist that's been putting out so much good music but just hasn't broke through yet. But you can find them because you're streaming and it's all there. The library is all there, and you can go do a deep dive into that artist library and you can find everything that's so dope. That's the beauty of streaming. There's an old phrase that if you know, you know. If I'm coming, I'm gonna leave with something. So I'm gonna give you some timeless albums that I think you should listen to. We're gonna keep it from 2014 to 2024, and these are some albums that I think you may have missed, deserve to be listened to all the way through. So I'm just gonna give y'all a list. I'm just gonna drop the whole list down here, but I'm just gonna highlight a couple of them. Love and Chaos by Flwr Chyld is fire. Voyager by Moonchild, I already talked about that. Isley-Marigold album, that's a more recent one, but that's also so fire. Kadeem Tyrell, As Time Goes By, such a great album. Also, all of these artists, you can go back and listen to their whole discography and it's really good. I still listen to them every single day, truly every single day. To close out this video, I like where music is at. I like where music is growing to. I think that it's easier to make music than ever, which means that there's going to be a more rise of artists, and which means that inevitably there's going to be more dope music that's going to come out. You know what I'm saying? And that's the beautiful thing about the growth of technology in general. Like, I think more people are making music, which means that more people, more creative people are going to continue to make dope shit. And that's really what you want to hear, and that's really what you want to see. Like, all of it is creativity. Again, like, music is subjective. You know what I'm saying? If you want to listen to people clapping garbage cans together and you think that's fire, go listen to that shit. But again, I'm not. But you can go listen to it, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's gonna be artists that stand the test of time regardless, because creativity always is gonna shine through regardless of any type of obstacle there is. You're gonna find great music. You're gonna find great albums. There's gonna be great new artists that show up. There's gonna be artists that continue to put out great music. Like I said, Tyler the Creator is somebody that continues to put out great music as the times change through longevity. Same with Drake. Same with somebody like Beyonce, same with somebody like a Jay-Z, same with somebody like a Kendrick or Cole. This video for sure is not like saying it's the end of great albums. That's not what it is. It's never too late to listen to good music. Like, I still find great albums from the 70s or great albums from the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Good music never gets lost. I'm just saying that the way that we consume music is so different now. It's not a lot of people are just sitting with a full body of work and listening to it all the way through. And that sucks. But again, I think that's just where the times are headed. Again, make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all do all of the YouTube stuff. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I'm gonna continue to put out more videos. Hopefully we can do this like every week or like bi-weekly or something like that, when I can sit down and really edit and make something really dope for y'all. I appreciate y'all, and you know what I'm saying, let's just have a good time. You did give a little love, get down tonight.